Have you tried onigiri before? Even if you haven't tried it before, you might have seen it in anime or video games or even as an emoji. Some people call it a sushi sandwich. Some have even called it jelly donut due to the lack of familiarity outside of Japan.
Huh? Have a donut. That always cheers me up. Pika pika!
These donuts are great! Jelly-filled are my favorite! Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
Hi friends, I'm Yuta, co-founder and CEO of Onigiri Kororin. Today I want to talk about onigiri. So I started this onigiri company since 2020 and it's been 4.5 years. And since I started this business, I get a lot of questions about what is onigiri. So today I want to explain a little bit about onigiri. Even you like onigiri and you know about onigiri, I'm sure you will learn something new because I'm originally from Tokyo, Japan and I eat onigiri all the time, but I learned something new since I started this onigiri company. But yeah, let's get started with the basics. So onigiri is a Japanese rice bowl. It's made with rice, seaweed and fillings like salmon or tuna or some vegetables, and it's quite common in Japan. So actually it is one of the most popular Japanese foods for a long time. Fossils of onigiri have been found in Japan. Samurai ate onigiri during the battles, and in Edo era, people enjoyed onigiri during the picnic. So when I moved from Tokyo to Chicago, I was surprised that I couldn't find any onigiri. That's the reason I started this business. In Japan, you can find onigiri in almost every convenience stores. Here's a photo I took at 7-Eleven in my hometown. You can see many types of onigiri. 7-Eleven introduced onigiri in their stores in Japan as a fast food alternative to hot dogs. It's a casual grab-and-go food like sandwich or pizza or tacos or burrito. It's actually gaining popularity recently all around the world. Like you can find onigiri in Asian countries, some cities like Paris or New York, or some cities in California as well. But it's not that common in here. And in Pokemon, the producer decided to call this jelly donut because nobody knew about onigiri at the time. Sometimes we call this sushi sandwich, but it's not sushi. The other question I get all the time is what is the difference between sushi and onigiri? So I want to explain about it. There are like 4 things I want to cover. The first is the shape. So like it's obvious, like triangle shape is onigiri, and sushi usually has cylinder or rolled shape, right? But do you know why onigiri is shaped like triangle? I didn't know it, so I researched it a little bit. There are several theories. One is in ancient Japan, people believed God lived in mountains. That's why they imitate the shape of the mountain to connect with the God, And also, rice was rare ingredient at the time, so they wanted to give something precious to the gods. And also, ingredients are different. So usually, onigiri has some fish fillings, but it's all cooked. So like grilled salmon, canned tuna, like tuna mayo, or shrimp, like ebi mayo, shrimp mayonnaise, are all cooked. There are some exceptions, like tarako or ikura. Those are raw fish eggs. There are also vegetable fillings like umeboshi, plum pickles, cucumber pickles, or kombu, like a sweet and savory seaweed. It's really good. Yeah, and also the rice looks similar, but it's different. So for onigiri, we usually use plain rice with a pinch of salt. But for sushi, we actually use seasoned rice called sumeshi. Sumeshi is made with rice, vinegar, sugar, and salt. So it's a little bit different. And for onigiri, it has more freedom to it as well. Like sometimes we put furikake, a rice seasoning, or we mix with soy sauce or other ingredients, like it's called mazemeshi, a mixed rice. Another common question I get is, do we put soy sauce and wasabi to onigiri? The answer is no. So in Japan, we usually don't put soy sauce or wasabi to onigiri, but personally, I think it's fine to put soy sauce or wasabi as long as you enjoy that onigiri. Yeah. The third difference is onigiri is more like an everyday food. You can find onigiri in almost every convenience stores in Japan, like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, or Lawson. And I'm originally from Tokyo, and you can find convenience stores like every 5 minutes walk. We eat onigiri as breakfast, lunch, snack, or sometimes dinner. It's casual thing, right? But sushi is for special occasions, even in Japan. So like we go to sushi restaurant for a date night or some celebrations. Unless you are super rich and you are a big fan of sushi, we don't eat sushi every day. But in Japan, a lot of Japanese people eat onigiri almost every day. At least in my case. You can find onigiri in convenience store or grocery stores, but it's also common that parents make onigiri for their kids. Like you can pack onigiri in bento boxes for their kids, you know. Last thing, I want to explain about how we call onigiri. We pronounce onigiri like onigiri, and there's another word for Japanese rice bowl, which is omusubi. Omusubi and onigiri are the same thing. It's just a preference. And also one tricky thing, so when you remove o from the beginning, musubi still means Japanese rice bowl, but nigiri means sushi. So when you visit Japan, please don't get confused about it. It's weird. I think that's all for now. Actually, one more thing. I want to explain how to open this package. So this package is not that common in the US yet, but just in case you find something like this, I want to show you. So it's easy, 3 steps. The first step is pull this tab all the way to the back. The common mistake is you just stop here and try to open like this, but you need to go all the way to the back so that it split the package like this. So the next step, pull this like this and like this. It's easy to like hold like this, like sandwich. And this package has 2 layers, so until you open the package, the seaweed doesn't touch the rice so that you can enjoy the crispy seaweed. And if you find onigiri outside of Japan, I recommend to warm it up a little bit. So when you find onigiri in Japanese convenience stores, it looks like it's in the cooler, right? But the temperature of the cooler is actually room temperature. Japan has kind of special rules around rice, so you can keep the rice in the best temperature for the rice, like for onigiri. But outside of Japan, the temperature for the cooler is usually way colder than the Japanese one, and rice is really not good with cold temperatures. It's same as bread or bagels. So if you put bagels in your cooler overnight, it gets hard and dry. So you need to warm it up to bring back the texture of the bagel or bread, right? It's the same thing. Rice and bread, they are both starch. So when you cool down, it gets hard and dry. We try to deliver almost every day so that our customer can enjoy the freshest onigiri, but still we recommend to warm it up a little bit with microwave or oven, whatever you prefer. That's it. So again, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me anything. So I talked a lot about onigiri in this video, so in the next video I want to share with you some of my favorite onigiri recipes. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I try to post every week. It's harder than I thought. Post 1 video a week, but sometimes I struggle to like my daily life as an entrepreneur is not that exciting. Like this week I focused on cleaning up my finances for the tax season, so I decided to shoot this video. It's actually a great opportunity to explain about onigiri because I always wanted to talk about it, so it's good. There are a lot of exciting projects going on, so if you are interested in this onigiri journey, please consider subscribing to this channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks, bye bye.